Hello, CraftingMantis here, and welcome back to another episode of Building with Mantis. So today we are going to be building the stables that you see behind me, and this is going to be the final installment of our log cabin series, so definitely super excited about the new series to come. So in the next series, we are going to be building the mushrooms that I've been building, so definitely really excited to show you guys how to build those, but let's go ahead and get started on building the stables that we have here. So as you can see, I've got cows and pigs and sheep. You don't necessarily have to have, these types of animals in here. You could have horses or, whatever you feel that, would work for your stables. And then we've also got a place for them to drink. And then in this one, in the oak version, I did put, just a few decorations. So we got hay for both the cows and the sheep, and then barrels so that we can store carrots and I don't know if they eat beetroot, but whatever you want to feed your pigs, you can end up storing into the barrels here. In fact, you could store stuff for all of them to breed them up. So we've got the oak version over here, and we've got the spruce version over here. We are going to be building the spruce version again, since that seems to be the one that we are primarily doing. And then I am also going to include a world download with this. So since this is the end of the series, you guys will be able to download the world for this, and a link will be down in the description. So let's get to work on building this one right here. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start out with your spruce. The pillars are going to be 4 tall, and then go over 3, and then like this. And the great thing about this is that you can extend this or shorten this however you want, because it's it's incremental. So you go 1 2 3, and then you're going to build another one, and then 1 2 3. For this particular purpose, I have the 3 different types of animals, and so I'm only going to make 3 stalls. And then we come over here and we just build up like that, and then up like that. So if you're doing the oak version, you're going to be using the oak logs. Now the next step is to take your spruce planks or oak planks, and then go ahead and fill in between each of the stalls. You're going to want to leave the front open, because that is where we're going to put our gates in order to get our animals in. And then switch over to your dark oak fences, and you're going to build around on top of the planks like so, and like so. And so those would be spruce fences if you're building the oak version. Now what I like to do is I like to go ahead and put a temporary block. It doesn't matter what you use. You could use dirt, you could use cobblestone. I mean, granted, it would probably be better to actually use a block that doesn't require any kind of tool, because then you can just kind of break it down without any issues. But what this does is it allows us to be able to place our fence gates a lot easier. So we just go around, and we're going to want to do this all the way around, and then in between each of the stalls. So this is just a little added detail to each of the stalls. And so if we come here into the center one, we can go ahead and place our fence gates like that. Oh, and I go, there we go. Alright, and then at this point, you could also go ahead and put your fence gates on the front as well. I usually hold off on putting in the fence gates until after I get the decoration ones done, because then you don't have to try to open up fence gates in order to get in and out of the stalls. If we go ahead and do that, so that is the base of the stalls all done. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to actually build out the roof. So just like with the log cabin and stuff, we are going to do the variation on the stone and the andesite. And then if you really wanted to, I mean, you could also end up using the, like cobblestone or something like that. Especially if that's something a little bit more as to, like your personal style that you prefer to use, like cobblestone or, something along those lines. I mean, you could also just go straight stone or straight andesite. That's the great thing about building in Minecraft is, you can have the same exact building, but with completely different, color palettes and stuff. And so that's one of the great things about this. Alright, so the next step is, just like we did with the other builds, you're going to fill in where the stone and the andesite are, not there, like that. Just like that, and then you're going to want to fill it in. So if you're building the oak version, of this, you're going to be using the spruce slabs instead of the dark oak slabs. And if we bring this all the way across, And then we can go ahead and bring these all the way across as well. And this is actually a relatively simple build, especially, just if you need something to kind of contain your animals and, just keep them, you don't necessarily want to build, say, like a barn. A stable like this definitely works a lot better because a lot of times it takes up a lot less space because, you're just building something for, for the animals to stay in. All right, so your next step is going to be to put in the trapdoors around the logs, just like we have done before. So if we go all the way around, just like this, and like that, and there we go. Oh, not there. All right, and then the last step then for the actual build is to go ahead and put in lanterns so that these are nice and lit up. But that right there, that is the stables. Now, the next step then would be to decide what kind of decorations that you like to do. I like to come in and put a cauldron in the corners because then, it actually looks like, the animals have some, some source of water or something along those lines. I usually put it in the ground. You don't necessarily have to. They'll climb up on top of it if you put it above the ground, but that is all right. And then, you can decide to put in some hay or some barrels or something along, something along those lines. But yeah, so that is it for these stables. Now, all you need to do is to bring your animals in. So if you like this episode, definitely hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, click the Mantis icon to subscribe, then hit the bell button to get notified when I put out additional content. Want to check out more of my videos? Try the one on the left, or you could check out the playlist on the right. That's it for now, but I'll see you guys in the next episode.